Hey guys, welcome to the episode of Big Chief's Garage. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a different type of video. I'm going to highlight you guys one of my project cars, and I'm just going to kind of pretty much explain like the backstory of it, how I got it, where I got it from, and then I'm going to explain, try to tell you guys what I plan on doing with this project of mine that is a pretty big undertaking. I've never really done anything like it, but I think I'm ready to try my hand at doing a big project on a car like this. So I think this would be a good starting, good one to learn, do a lot of research and learning and just trying to figure out how all that stuff works. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what it is. What my project here, it's a 1951 Studebaker Champion 4-door. They made this certain model like with this, I'm sure a lot of you guys, when you hear the word Studebaker, this is probably one of the cars that you picture in your head. They built this model for 2 years, 1950 and 1951. It's the old bullet nose front end. As you can see, there's the bullet nose. I'm missing the center cone, but hopefully I can find one from a Studebaker parts guy and whatnot. You guys through what I've got going on. And yeah, so let's get to it. Alrighty, so here is what we're working with for the motor. It's pretty well just seized. There isn't really a whole lot of saving to do. It's a little flat 6. It makes around 85 horsepower. I'm not quite sure on like cubic inch size. It's not very big. But yeah, this is pretty much how I found it. Me and my good buddy Whitaker went up to Nebraska to pick this thing up. I won it in a big giant car auction that they had going on for a couple days back last fall, and had to get it home. So we went around mid-December and loaded it up. Found out Honda pilots can haul cars, and we got this thing all the way back here. It was a good round trip, about a 22-hour drive, so it was quite a bit of driving. And then the next day we had to unload it without wheels, which is a whole lot harder than with wheels, I found out. And a good tidbit to never buy a car that doesn't have rims, wheels, at least rims, just something to roll already. So if you guys are looking for a project, don't buy one that doesn't have tires unless you have ones that you can put right on it when you buy it. So yeah, so basically the motor, I'm kind of just debating with I looked into rebuilding this one, like cost versus just putting in something a little more newer, more up to date, easier to find parts, like thinking about putting a Vortec 350 in it, or even a little LS1. I'm really wanting to do like a junkyard swap with like a Vortec out of like a late 90s, early 2000s GM car, like truck or SUV. And then, cause I feel like it would fit right in here. Might have to obviously probably fab up some engine mounts and whatnot, but other than that, I think it would fit just fine. But yeah, if anyone on here watching this video today wants anything off this motor, or wants the whole motor transmission, it's a 3-speed manual on the column, and if you want it, just comment below if you'd like it, and I can figure out a way, or get it to wherever, because I know a lot of the Studebaker guys like to keep these things 100% original. I just don't really think, for my time and money, I really don't want to keep this little flat 6 in it with only making a couple 85 horsepower. I'd like something little with overdrive. I just want to make this thing pretty much like a good highway cruiser, just go to car shows and just go cruising downtown and whatnot. But yeah, as you can see, the front end, end's pretty neat on these things. It's pretty unique. Like I said, it only made it for 2 years. Like I said earlier, it has this big bullet. It's supposed to be right in here. Looking for one of those, so if anyone's got one and they want to sell it, I might be interested in it. And then obviously I'm missing headlights, but that's later down the road. That's probably, after everything's in here and it's running, outside stuff's pretty much the last thing I'd be worrying about. But yeah, pretty much just the old bare bones. I love the patina on this thing. A couple of my buddies have wanted to paint it, but I kind of just want to leave it as it is. It's kind of cool, vibe to it with all the patina. You can see it's got the old, it's got the hood ornament on it. It's like a little jet on there and everything. And yeah, so we'll move towards the inside here. You can see I'm gonna have to replace the windows and stuff. Obviously, most of them are broke. Driver door seals are all cracked out. It's a 7-year-old car, so I didn't expect them to be good. This is what we're dealing with on the inside here. About a week ago, actually, I took out it was just the frame of the seat. There was nothing left. It was just like rat's nest in the springs and everything, so I got rid of it just to open up and check the floorboards. As you can see up here, these ones are definitely shot. Obviously, you can't really do much. And then like over there, that one's shot on that side. But they make a front end floor pan for this car. So definitely gonna order that. That'll be a future video of me cutting this one out and installing a new one. And then the rear is actually good. Like, it's pretty solid, and like there's no anything underneath. I even looked up under it and there's no big major rust issues under there. So I'm gonna try to keep the back floor pan intact just because there's no reason to replace it if it's, you know, okay. Still got a lot of cleanup to do. It was a little bit cleaner until I pulled that seat out, and now it's got some, you know, pieces of old fabric and stuff. And comment below if any of you guys know what that little radiator looking thing is. It was underneath the seat. I have no idea what it is. It's got copper pipes coming out from underneath the bottom. I don't know if it's like a seat warmer or old school one. No idea. But yeah, if you guys know what it is, let me know. And then this is the dash, which I think is really neat. Old Studebaker dash. It's got oil, heat, gas, and amp gauges on there. It's pretty cool. It says it has 95,000 miles on it, so it's probably right. I wouldn't see why it would be wrong. And yeah, it's got the old Studebaker logo on the glove box. Didn't find anything cool in there when I bought it, but found a bunch of other weird stuff like in here, just like metal parts, and I feel like that's a big piece of floor trim for one of the doors. So yeah, but yeah, this is what we're dealing with on the inside here. This is pretty much what we got to look forward to. Lots of videos will be filmed in here for sure, cleaning it, and then fabbing in some new stuff. Nothing like really fancy or anything. I'm trying to do this on a budget, but yeah, pretty much just doing this pretty much on a budget build. So we're gonna go ahead and head to the back. What I think is ironic is that this is the only piece of glass that's not broken, cracked, anything. It's this curved piece on the back, which I'm very thankful it's not, because I'm sure it's not cheap to replace a curved piece of glass like that. So I'm glad that one's still good. And then this is that's the front windshield. I think it's salvageable, because like it's all there. It's got a couple cracks in it, but we'll see. I need to clean it up obviously and really take a good look at it if it is salvageable. I'm missing the trunk lid. It did not come with the trunk, so any of you guys know where I can get one, or any guys selling one, I might be interested in that, because it looks kind of weird without a trunk. Same with like the taillights. It's missing taillights and stuff, and yeah, so just basically some of the outside stuff's missing. For the rear end, because I'm going to update the drivetrain more than likely, I'm going to probably put a Ford 8.8-inch rear end in it, and yeah, just run it with that, either like I said, a Vortec or LS1, put it in this thing. And just basically my goal is to get this thing on the road within a couple years, and just be able to go cruise and just really enjoy the car and everything. Like I said, it's 4 doors, and I'll, you know, find a back seat for it and everything. But yeah, I just think it'd be a really unique car. You know, I can't remember the last time I've ever seen a Studebaker like this, like a bullet nose on the road. Can't honestly think I've ever seen one, honestly, driving. But I just kind of thought it'd be a cool project to do, and yeah, just kind of gonna be learning a lot, doing a lot of videos, a lot of research, asking for help from more experienced people like my dad, and then, you know, people on the forums and stuff for Studebakers. So yeah, just appreciate you guys checking out this video today, and hopefully you guys will continue to follow me on this journey, and be able to help where you can, and hopefully one day we'll get to post a video of us driving around finally.